Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What's up, guys? Here we are again. We are cracking into Roy's, a big, fresh, juicy one from Roy's in Greenwich Village. Huh? Yeah? Keno with Scooter. Yes, friends! This is the NECA Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, San Diego Comic-Con 2023 convention exclusive. Oh, yes! Yes, friends. Employee of the Month. Check it out. Keno, 1991. We get this awesome shirt. It's a white shirt. It's got the logo of the joint. I'm propping this up on my arm/shoulder. You get the idea. We also get this kickin' keychain. What's the word I was going to use? Was I going to say vinyl? Is that what this is made out of? It's plastic. Everything's plastic, right? Keychain. Yes. And then this big chunky fridge magnet, man. Weirdly, I'm like most excited to open this and put it on my fridge. I'm not a guy with a bunch of magnets on his fridge, but that gets to go there. That gets to go there. Anyway. Look at this. You know what? Yeah, just a tease. Chill right there. Let's look at this whole box here. How freaking cool is this? Fold these sides back in mildly. Ginger. Got this little tab here. That was a hair bent. All this stuff is in really good shape. Look at this. You get Keno with Scooter on the side. Some faux grease stains on the bottom there. What I'm doing, though, is sort of harkening back to the unboxing of the NECA ALF. And, you know, how they just... I'm really grateful. I am most grateful that they didn't destroy something like this in transit. This is beautiful. It's just a piece of garbage, but I'm gonna treasure it forever. How about? You know, as an aside too, it's not that I'm whining about dinged boxes. It's more that I'm trying to take these soft creeps to task. Count your frickin' blessings, creep. Pack people's stuff with care. Move on with your day. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we are, twisting on the thing for a minute. In a rip and review format, we are going to take a closer look at the aesthetic of this action figure, check out his articulation, the accessories he comes with, see him compared to a few other action figures. And at the end, I'll sum up how I really feel about this thing. This thing being the first ever action figure of Ernie Reyes Jr. as Keno in the second Ninja Turtles movie. Fun fact, in the first Ninja Turtles movie, he was the stunt actor that portrayed Donatello. Tightening up on the figure here, I think he looks outstanding. From the overall proportions here being pretty well done, the look of the thing to this fantastic head sculpt. Look at that. This may be NECA's best facial likeness, I mean, in my opinion. It maybe gets a little messy around the jawline and the ear over here. Something happening to the hair there. But we're not going to focus on that. We're going to look at these eyes that are inset, the brows that are raised, actual nostrils, and the teeth that are sculpted. You can see the lines in between, a little bit of an overbite sticking out there. Nicely sculpted hair. Maybe something slightly lighter brushed over that, or maybe that's just a little bit of gloss so it catches the light on his sick mullet. The jacket looks really nice here, except this is a hard plastic and this is just a soft, flimsy. There's nothing underneath here like that McFarlane, that rubber chicken Joker. So that's trash. The color match is a constant issue with people, and it's not that noticeable from certain angles. Sure it is. The shirt though, the jacket looks really nice. Roy's Pizza emblazoned there on the back. These little spots all over it here. The hands are really well sculpted too. You can see the little nails coming around to the front. I wish they'd figured out some way to put a cut here. Maybe just a slight overlay that's on the sculpt, like Hasbro has started doing with that Cyclops and now the Hawkeye figure. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you come down here and the jeans look pretty good. They've got this little bit of cut action happening up here. You can lift this and you can kind of see extra sculpted detail on the pants, but it's completely hollow inside of there. We've got this sort of newfangled shingled knee system that I think looks pretty good as far as their stuff goes. I know they're always trying to iterate and refine their knees. But anywhere they can give us more than one joint there to get something good out of it, I'm a big fan. They've got some great wrinkles and things like that happening on them. The way they just kind of fall into the shoe, I think is maybe a little odd, looks a little odd, but the shoes themselves look great. Nice black sneakers here with sculpted laces on the top. A little bit of tread on the bottom and some peg holes down there too. Overall, I'm really happy with the look of this figure. This is instantly recognizable. Checking out the articulation, this head is just up here on a ball peg. We'll pop this off so you can see that. Just socketed into this otherwise solid neck torso piece that doesn't have any other kind of range on it. Sockets on and off of there pretty well. Shoulders are pegged in, and they have this deep hinge here, so they'll come up to a 90, and they will rotate all the way around on there. We get a single jointed elbow. It's got a decent enough hinge, though, to come past a 90, and it will rotate on there. So double joints are best, but I like at least when they swivel. That is nice. And if it goes past a 90, you know what I mean? Why would I trip? Why would you trip? Okay, you got a wrist on a hinge here. They'll come in and they will come back and they will rotate because they are just pegged straight in there. We do have a waist twist. Really, it's because this bottom piece is just turning. It's just a peg in here. There's nothing under here, man. I can't. That's weird and awful. Both of those things. Okay, the thighs on these nice ball pegs here that'll come way up, and you can see this sort of inner layer. This is their, this is their version of like a thigh cut. You'll get rotation on that, and it doesn't break the sculpt, which is cool. But again, I never minded a little break in the sculpt right here. That's nothing. That's not a big deal. As long as we're getting some movement there either way, though, I am happy. Because we come down here for a double jointed knee, and this upper piece will come back this far, and then this lower piece will come all the way up on it, and so you get good range out of that, and it doesn't look overly crazy, I don't think. That's always a sticking point, especially with some NECA stuff sometimes, and real people, bare legs, jeans. We get this shoe, it's going to kick back this far, it's going to come forward pretty good too, and it rocks side to side. So perfectly serviceable articulation, except for this right here. This really impedes the way these legs will come up and sit straight, which is going to be key here in a minute. You're going to see. But otherwise, old stunt fighting Joey here, man, he can get into some pretty wicked, sick martial arts moves, kicks and flips and such. But you need this solid with some kind of break in there. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's not quite right. It's fine if he's just going to stand for all of time neutrally posed, perhaps in front of the scooter or getting off of the scooter. Okay, getting into the accessories, that's practically half the pack here, as you get Keno's scooter that he was delivering pizza on. This thing is just really fantastically detailed. Look at this, all panel lined everywhere, and it's this sort of nice, brittle-ish plastic, so it's very lightweight, but it feels good. Feels good in the hand. We're going to knock you over because you keep drawing the focus of the thing. But all of the lights on here are sculpted in a translucent plastic. Down here in the turn signals, up here as well. On the back, all of this red translucent plastic. It looks really nice. Otherwise, all the rest of this stuff, it is hard plastic. Except for the tires. They are like a soft rubber. And they roll. Plus you have this kickstand down here to support the thing. A bit of an undercarriage. How's your father? All of this detail in here. That is some really, really nice detail that you would expect from NECA. Pretty pleased with the scooter. Comes with some optional parts here. We get the rack. And this plugs into these two little holes right on the back. You can see them just under the seat there. Be gentle. Be gentle. You just sort of port that in nice and snug. It's got these little 3 pegs on it, which you will be able to seat on here. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at this awesome hard case here. Roy's. Little latch sculpted all intricately on here. And we just kind of push that up and it opens, looking deeper into Roy's. Where we have this soft case here with a receipt stapled to it and everything. So deep. Look at that. I mean, that's freaking legible. That's nonsense. Okay, we pop this though. And one more. We get a little paper pizza box inside. And this sucker will open. Gently. Oh, how cool. Shows up with an empty box, though. All this trickery, and it's an empty box. I guess we have plenty of pizza from all of the other friends. And we'll gently kind of put this back together without destroying that. Yes, yes. But again, the level of detail applied to everything here, it's just really, really nice. You could put anything you want in here. This is a softer rubber. Going to go with the pizza again, though. We're just going to go ahead and nesting doll all this stuff back up and then pop it onto this rack. Onto these little ports here. Be gentle. These are brittle pieces. Ah! Put the kickstand out. What are you doing? Look at that sucker. I keep rolling it forward. It puts the kickstand away. And we have our friend here. Looks real good standing near it. And here's where it gets a little tricky with the legs, though. As they don't sit quite. You would want to bend this higher, you know, but it doesn't stay there. But it's not like you can't achieve all kinds of great poses anyway. You just be mindful of where you're bending the knees. Maybe get a foot coming down this way. Get a hand up here waving. You know what I'm saying? Swap out one of these other hands. He can grip the handlebars here. But man, this looks great. It's gonna look amazing on the shelf. Seriously. This is one where people will come in and like, oh, he's got toys. Oh, he's got Ninja Turtle toys, of course. But they'll be like, whoa, that's the pizza delivery dude. And of course, in the mix here too, we get this complement of extra heads and hands. Same incredible level of sculpt work here. Same little imperfections here by the chin and the ear. And as far as the hands go, he comes with 2 sets here of gripping hands. They look very nice. And 2 sets of fists. And these really do swap out pretty easily. I don't really have any fear of breaking anything. Hinges can be a little tight because NECA, they straight paint them shut. And then, of course, there's all the stuff that came in the actual box. The keychain, the magnet, the picture, the shirt that I may or may not be wearing. Okay, the NECA Toys Keno here is 6.5 inches tall, and the scooter is 4.5 to the top of the windscreen. And for comparison, here he is with his Secret of the Ooze co-stars, Raphael and Leonardo. With Michelangelo and Donatello. The Shredder and a Foot Ninja. And because it is the Secret of the Ooze, we've got to showcase this extra special tasty treat that NECA Toys chose to hook us up with. The Toka and Razar 2-pack.
Don't like a truck.
Out of film, but never out of fashion, it is Splinter and April. Not Paige Turco, but she has a lute. Hot Pony, Doomsday, and the Ruffled Feathers Ubermensch. Review up on the channel. And finally, it's Big Grey Hulk and the... Alright, summing this all up here at the end of the road. I think the aesthetic of this set is absolutely perfect. This is a fairly key character from the second Ninja Turtles movie. And as far as the meta goes, a big part of the mythos. With the actor not just popping up and plugging this stuff in real life, but he actually played Donatello in the first movie. I think they have definitely done him justice. And fans that have been asking for this figure as well. The articulation is pretty solid, you know, like 20th percentile or something. You know, there's single jointed elbows, but they swivel and they come up past 90 better than some companies' double jointed elbows. I don't mean to excuse stuff like that. What I really can't forgive is the bizarre hollow torso. I'm never okay with that. It leaves me feeling very uncomfortable. Like somebody who spent $40 on Clayface just to find out it's also hollow. Weird. Now, this set is, of course, more than about just the figure. It's the scooter, it's the pizza, it's all of those real-world extras, a shirt and a magnet, and so on. The whole package, I think, is just phenomenal. Seriously. I know this was a convention exclusive, and the price tag is kind of high, but it is such a key piece. I think much, much more so than the kid from the first movie, say. And as someone who almost passed on it because the timing is not great and we got a million companies coming for your money in the form of just non-essentials, people coming at me wanting thousands of dollars for the most non-essential of stuff. But it really brings me a great deal of joy. And if I had to select the one of the things that came around from this season, it would be this Keno set with the scooter, with the pizza box, the whole shebang, man. I am thrilled to have this and thrilled to have any of you guys here sticking around to the end of this thing. I love this stuff. I have been into all of this since I was a little kid. I saw these turtle movies in the friggin' theater. I remember seeing the first one in a drive-in. I remember because I woke up at the credits. That song was forever burned into my brain. Anyway, guys, super grateful you're here. Leave a like, leave a comment, and check out one of these other videos. I got the love, I got the passion, I am building the huge library of content. Go there. Peace.
Oh, Sharon, why don't you just rip my lips off?